I do one little thing, and then we go live. You know what I mean? I do one more little thing. I better go live, huh? I've been practicing. Oh shit! Forgot something else. Hold on. My bad. Hi, Gigi. Good morning. April Haynes is in the building with her April Haynes sexiness. April said, I'm leaving it with something. With this sexiness, what I'm leaving it with. You know what I mean? Hold on, Tiki Talks. I know you guys are like, I can't really hear the Negro. What the hell is going on? I don't get it. April, are you laughing at my thumbnail for this show? Oh, and don't worry about it, TikTok. It's the same picture. Same thing, fam. Same thing. I swear, Uncle Dan is gonna whoop my ass one day. Y'all know we all like. There's the Black Man Alliance BMA all over TikTok, right? You know, there's several members. All right, TikTok, can you hear me? Oh, TikTok, can you hear me? Thumbs up, thumbs down over there on the talks. If you can hear me. I know, I see YouTube in the building. Radio is going. You know, I was going to talk about grief this morning, but that's a heavy subject, and it's not a subject for a morning show. Like, you don't talk about grief when people trying to go to work, dog. You're like, the F is wrong with you. It's not what you do here, sir. Sir, that's not what you do here. Listen. So I figured I would start with hilarity. God damn. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all, boy. It's a Truthful Thursday, right? Let's be truthful. I gave love to plus size women the other day. I think I'm gonna give me some love to some plus size mature women today. I think that's what I'm gonna do. No disrespect to Magpie, no disrespect to Sinai, who I know are the two youngest people to watch this show. No disrespect, but I really hold on. I just got screamed at this morning. That woke me up today, so that makes sense. Sinai, ain't nobody who screamed at you? Who screamed at you? Like if it was a parent, like I can't help you because it was a parent, but if it wasn't no damn parent, know what I mean? Tell hey, if it wasn't a parent and they were screaming at you, look at them and say,
You got to bring ass to get ass.
You got to bring ass to get ass up in here, partner. You don't be screaming at my friends. You don't scream at a coffee bean. What's wrong with you? Jake Thomas is in the building. So I think today we're going to give some love to mature women, plus size and otherwise. I was looking yesterday. I think I was looking at some. And another one of them Red Pill podcast bros was repeating some Kevin Samuels level shit, like older women should just be happy if they get anybody because they ain't got no worth and blah 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 blah. And I was like, who are you talking to, sir? Morning, Janda. Charmaine is in the building. I promise you by next week, I will have this computer situation situated. I will be on everything on Streamlabs. I will also be on TikTok, and I will be back on Substack. I'm doing it this way right now because I'm gonna have to, by next week, this will all be rearranged. All of this will be rearranged. And I am really seriously thinking about getting one of them boneless chairs so I can put my shit over there. This will be just my recording area. Over there would be my workout / play video games, watch TV, blah, 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 over there. So, but I will be back on Substack next week. I promise you that. But so I'm sitting here listening to this Red Pill podcast, bro, right? And the way he was talking about older, mature women pissed me off. Like, really, really pissed me the F off. He was talking about these women like, you know what I mean? Like, he was talking about these women like they were mummies. You know what I mean? Like, what? So that's going to be a Truthful Thursday. That's what we're going to talk today. Call it in love and respect to the mature woman, right? And don't misunderstand me, young women. I have no hate for you at all, but I do have a rule. It's called, if you can have a baby, am I coming anywhere near you? Not maybe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. Oh, Charmaine, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. If you need anything, Charmaine, please let us know. You know the coffee beans take care of the coffee beans. You know what I mean? Michael's in the building. Michael Pruitt is in the building. But let's go ahead and start this show off. Oh, one of my favorites has a birthday today. Let me go ahead and start this show off proper like. One day, when this is all worked into something, I'm gonna be able to do one universal opening for this show, and it'll go across all the social platforms and shit. So, but. Let me go ahead and start the show off right. Godzilla -1 inhale. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to a Truthful Thursday version of the sound of coffee. Morning, Swords. Love you. Kiss Spicy Mail for him. Tell him I love him. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. And I am so utterly sexy than a mofo that your mama and your grandma and a couple of your aunts, they love me. They love me some me. You can't talk bad about you. You can't talk bad about me in your own family. Put it that way. They will smack shit at you. We just need positive affirmation. What made me feel better was that I talked to my grandma yesterday, and it was her 84th birthday, and I was so happy. Charmaine, you are family around here. Remember that. remember that you are family here. You are a coffee bean, and we love you, and we will always, always, always be there if you need us. Please remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, would like to give you a big old hand for. You know what? No. We got to remember how we start each day. If you're a coffee bean, you might as well go ahead and get up. Tell your friends and tell everybody. Oh, y'all thought this was going to be a fair day, huh?
How you doing? I woke up. Everybody else, because I woke up. That's how I look at it. You all had a chance until I woke up. Today's mine. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. That's just what it is. The world had a chance until the coffee beans woke up, bitch. Today, y'all had a chance until the coffee beans got up. Until the coffee beans got up, it was a fair fight. Now it ain't. We up. Get your C's, turn them sideways, raise them in the air, and acknowledge your coffee bean. OCB, 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 OCB. It's hard to be humble when even your shadow is the sexiest thing on earth, goddammit. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I looked at my shadow yesterday and was like, yo, that shadow fine as hell. That's right. It was a shadow. That's right. I didn't care. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Persepolis the cactus, always in our hearts, always in our hearts. We love you and miss you, B-Seth. We love and miss you. B-Seth is in the building. One time for the one time. Persepolis the cactus.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and introduce to you our studio audience. Ladies and gentlemen, goddamn percolators up in this bitch.
Okay. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a high five. Stand your ass up and acknowledge yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coffee Beans. The best part of this damn show is the crazies that come in this bitch. Clover, you can post them over here unless something crazy happens. Like if you come over here saying some crazy shit, like you gotta leave. you can post them over here, but I'm telling you right now, as long as it's respectful, because if it's not, we have a surefire system to make sure you won't say that shit again.
Ejectocito, cuz!
The ejectocito, cuz. You know what? So it's Truthful Thursday, right? It is Truthful Thursday. And I'm switching from Magpie to Clover. Sorry. Magpie, it's cool. Don't worry about it. It's a Truthful Thursday, so let's do a little bit of truthfulness, right? I find myself sometimes just laughing at stupid shit, right? I'm supposed to. That's my job. I'm supposed to laugh at stupid shit. But there are times some of that shit gets on my nerves, and I will be dead ass honest with you. Sometimes it gets on my nerves. I'm kind of an old hat at the making of the video thing. Iron Mike, Trump is your daddy boy. First off, mother effer, if you see a boy kick his ass. Secondly, my father's name is Robert Lee McCormick. He died in 1998. And thirdly, you can put all of these nuts on your forehead as you Get your monk ass out my goddamn show. Trump's your daddy, boy. Okay, there it is. I was trying to find a subject. God damn it. Thank you, Iron Mike, or aluminum foil Jake, whatever the hell your goddamn name is. Partner. Thank you for giving me the goddamn idea for what we're going to talk about today. Why are y'all looking for your daddy when he ain't your goddamn daddy? Who in the name of everything that is holy keeps going out here naming daddies for people that ain't your goddamn father? That is odd. That is odd. 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 Truthfully, some of y'all had horrible relationships with your father, and you've been trying to find somebody to fill the void. Again, I don't have a problem with that. But when that person is somebody you have never laid eyes on, you have never had a conversation with, ain't never spoke to, ain't never hung out with, they've never given you any good advice face to face, and you still calling that son bitch daddy, therapy time, therapy. It's time for therapy. You gotta go talk to me. Why are you calling that man your father when he ain't? Why do it? Like I'm trying to help. I'm trying to understand. I'm not doing well at it. I'm not doing very well at it. Because people have taken kink shit out of the bedroom and put it in politics. Like, bitch, if you don't. Calling another man daddy, and he's not my. You watch your. Listen, no. The answer is no. But truthfully, it's because you're right, Tracina, it is a damn kink. It is. It's a kink like a mug. Do not misunderstand me. My problem with this kink is it is starting to get, I think it's approached or is not. If it's not approached, it's actually in the realm of that's nasty. That's nasty. Okay? That's nasty. And it stems from the fact that America has this Puritan bullshit going on. Right? They have this Puritan bullshit going on. We still want to adhere to this idea of certain things should not be talked about in society, blah, 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 blah. But we all want to let it seep out. Who's your daddy? Trump's your daddy. Hey, sir. Father's name is Robert Lee. And him no here no more. It comes down to us not telling the truth about ourselves. America is a sexually repressed country pretending to be a bad guy. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, sorry. America is a sexually repressed country. And I'm talking about big time sexually repressed country. But we are also a country where parenting has changed and people are longing for the days where your father can crack you upside your head with a cast iron skillet and teach you how to be a real man and shit like that. We are blending the two. Morning, Chuckles. We are in a place and time in America right now where people want to be led, but a bunch of people also want to be leaders. And the people that want to lead should not lead. And the people that want to be led have better ideas than the people that are standing in front of them telling them they can lead, be a leader. And that's where this this daddy kink shit comes from. Thank you. Tracina said Tradwise with their dog day collars. Who gonna tell them? Like, it's all around us. America is a sexually repressed country. The reason we're not getting along with each other is because we're not getting along with ourselves. The reason we ain't getting along with ourselves is because we don't like us. Do not let these jackasses on TikTok and Facebook and shit fool you. We don't like ourselves. We don't. And a lot of it comes from our upbringing. A lot of us have, like, unresolved issues with our fathers and mothers. We have desires that we're told by society are nasty. We're told this is the way to be a man, which has never been defined. We're told this is the way to be a woman, which is never defined. It always comes down to what comes out of your vagina. And we have political ideology. I mean, not ideology, idolatry. Worshiping politicians. So when I hear somebody come in and talk about Trump's your daddy, I'm simply thinking, did you forgive your father, boy? Did you? Which of you know you ain't late? There's no such thing as late. Not around here. Like, when y'all see these people talking about Trump's your daddy and, you know, Trump's your daddy this and Trump's your daddy that, and they got T-shirts and shit, you should really go up and ask them, did you ever forgive your father? Did you? Did you ever forgive your dad for that time he walked out? Did you ever forgive your mom and for thinking, or did you ever forgive yourself for thinking your mom kicked your dad out the house? I don't know how much more truthful you can be than that. I don't. I have issues, or I had issues with my parents. Didn't mean I didn't love them, and it didn't mean that I don't miss them. But as a grown adult, I could say, yo, some of the shit they was doing was wrong. It was dead ass, right? But I'm not looking for my father or my mother in a politician. Ever. Like, not never. I'm not even, I use the word brothers and sisters because I need more of. I need more of that. But mom and dad, yeah, you could, like I told y'all, I call my father-in-law dad. Not out of disrespect to my father, but because everybody else calls him Bob. I'm not going to call him Bob. I'm going to call him dad, right? Because I'm weird that way. I've called a lot of, you know, the mothers of the women I dated, I called them mom. You know, again, wasn't a disrespect to my mom. It's just, I wasn't going to call nobody names, so I called them mom, right? But Chaos said, Bob it is. Like, come on, Chaos, come on. But I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. But if I've never met a politician a day in my goddamn life, what the hell I look like calling him my daddy? My father-in-law I've met. I know him. He walked my wife down the aisle. My father passed on. What the hell I look like calling it? I wish somebody would come up and talk about Warnock's your daddy. I will, listen, I'll smack fire from your dumb ass. I won't let a Democrat do this shit. Obama's your daddy. Excuse me? Oh. Bitch, I will hit you in the thorax. What? But it comes down to unresolved issues with people's parents. It comes down to unresolved issues with our parents. Don't ever think otherwise. It comes down to, you know, unresolved issues with parents. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have these conversations. People don't talk about some of the abuse that, you know what I mean? Like, we don't talk about some of the abuse that our parents gave us. Some people should never have been naked in the room together to make babies. I said what I said, goddammit. Some of y'all are walking around here with parents right now that their laws should have been placed to make sure your mama and your daddy were not naked together in the same goddamn room. And you know who you are. You've seen them. You know your parents. You know your goddamn parents. You've met them. Do they look like the two people that should have been naked together or in a room alone? Unsupervised? Oh, hell no. No. Put your clothes back on. Put your clothes back on. Y'all can cuddle with all your clothes on. And then a winter outfit. Like, you can't, y'all know, some of y'all walking around here knowing that. You've met your parents. You've seen them argue. You've seen them talk. You've seen the devastation and destruction they put together. You know goddamn well your mom and daddy should not have been naked together, alone, in a room with a bed or a flat surface. So we have a lot of unresolved issues with our parents. A lot of us do. A lot of us have our parents have done so much crazy shit that it's hard to forgive them. Some of y'all got parents right now that are still alive that you won't talk to them with a police escort, bitch. You are not going anywhere near that. Some of y'all walking around here right now. If you see your parents, it's on sight. Like, you gonna look at if you pick up your phone and it's your mom or your dad, you like,
You got to bring ass to get ass.
You got to bring ass to get ass, mom. Unresolved issues. Some of us are becoming the parents we hated in the first goddamn place. Some of us are walking around here right now turning into the parents we hate. Right now. Today, as we speak. You don't want to say it because to say it means that you did not learn the lessons from your parents. You just turned around and gave the same pain to some goddamn body else. It's true. Some of y'all are walking around here right now turning into your mom and dad. And you hate it. You hate it. I'm talking Jewish people and the funny mustache man. I'm talking black folks in slavery. You hate it. Some of y'all are incapable of being able to get past the shit that your parents told you. Some of y'all had great parents. No, let me stop that. Some of y'all had fantastic moms and fantastic dads. They loved the shit out of you. They accepted you. And to you, I ain't saying shit. Be happy. But some of y'all are walking around here with some unresolved goddamn issues with your mama and daddy. You couple that with the fact that as Americans as a whole, we are really repressed when it comes to sex and sexuality. Damn the Handmaid's Tale, bitch. It's the Empire from The Empire Strikes Back in this bitch, boy. Some of y'all are perverts. Do you know what helps against sleep deprivation? Not really, Magpie. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, you'd have to ask a doctor or something. Like, some of y'all are perverts. Some of y'all are whole wheat toasted, mayo-infused perverts. Now, the perversion scale is quite long. All right, I'm gonna just let that one sit. And none of y'all caught it. Not one of y'all caught that. Not one of y'all caught that. That bar just flew out in the air like a boomerang, busted all of y'all in the head. Ain't nobody caught it. Charmaine said, big ass pause. It's quite long. It ranges from, oh my God, I love when my girl puts her earrings on. It's such a turn on. To, hey man, would you go swimming with me in a pool full of dog shit? Like there's some weird, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's some. Hey Kim, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. Two roosters fighting in the same house. I should have left sooner. Second issue, the spectrum ADHD may, been diagnosed. I'm just saying. We have issues when it comes to intimacy. Americans don't know how to do intimacy. There, I said it. I don't give a damn. I said it. We got a problem with intimacy. We do. Men don't know what it is, and women have gotten tired of trying to give it. We don't know. What is everybody guys will think intimacy is I get to put it in, right? No, stupid. God damn. Put it back in your pants. Jesus. Or
Your mama still working in them $10 houses?
go to one of them $10 houses. That freaky shit. We don't know how to be intimate with each other. To just touch. To just hold each other. To just be in that place. You know what I mean? We don't know how to be in that place. And this country is losing its goddamn mind because of it. How is it that you can see gun stores and sex shops, and only one of them is looked down upon, and it ain't the one that sells you violence? As a country, we know how to whoop your ass. We just don't know how to love you. I said what I said. We know how to whoop your ass. We just don't know how to love you. America, that Toby Keith song, which is making its rounds again, like why in the world is anybody listening to that shitty ass Toby Keith ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight ass song? So we know how to blow your ass up, but we just don't know how to blow you. All right, you know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's. We will launch a tactical nuke at your ass and destroy your whole country. But we don't know how to go to that same country before we blow it up and love the people that are there. Do you understand that level of not understanding love and intimacy and shit is the reason, and there's a direct correlation, a direct line correlation. There's a direct line between us not knowing how to be intimate and loving on ourselves and each other and Alligator Alcatraz. I said exactly what the hell I said, bitch. There's a direct line between loving on ourselves, loving on each other, intimacy, sexuality, sex itself, or the lack of all of that, and Alligator Alcatraz. Because if you don't love you, you don't love very many people. If you don't love very many people, you don't care what goes on with very many people. And when you have desensitized yourself so badly that you genuinely don't care what the hell happens to people, when you see somebody put up a pop-up tent in the middle of a swamp during hurricane season to get rid of brown people, you're going to be like, yeah, it makes sense. So, literally, direct line. Direct line. Because it goes back to the parents. Violent parents teach children violently. Violent children grow up to be violent men and women. Violent men and women grow up to be heartless towards other people, including their own kids. Including their own goddamn kids. It's a direct line. If you were not loved and given affirmations as a child, you grow up to be a heartless piece of shit. And if you grow up to be a heartless piece of shit, when you see other children being beaten down or hurt or harmed, you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. There's a story going out right now about Kern County where that flooding happened. And it turns out in 2016, they were offered $1 million grant, not a bribe, not a loan, a grant, to fix the water system that they did a survey and found out was not up to standards and could cost people their lives. And this is a known fact. Go look it up. These people did not want to accept the money because first it was Obama, and then under the Build Back Better plan, Biden offered them money, and they shit all over Joe Biden, called him communist, worst country, corrupt, blah, blah, blah. So they didn't accept the money in 2016, and they didn't accept the money under the Build Back Better program or plan. People drowned. People died. At last count, it was over 100. And there are people who want us to ignore how they got there so they can score political points, but tell you not to be political. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those people knew that money could save lives, but they didn't want to take it. Why? Because it was under administrations that they didn't like. They have been conditioned. When you don't love you, you don't love anything around you. If you don't love everything around you, you don't give a shit about other people. You don't. It's a political ploy. It's Republican, Democrat, shit like that. That comes from this idea that we don't give a shit about ourselves. We don't give a shit about ourselves, so why the hell will we give a shit about anybody else? I'm telling you, it all stems from the fact that America is capable of violence, but illiterate on love. I said exactly what the hell I said. America is the masters of violence. We are the only country on the face of the earth that has ever dropped nuclear weapons on another country. We're the only ones. We are the masters of violence, but we are illiterate when it comes to intimacy and love and loving on ourselves and forgiving ourselves. True. True, true, true. Argue with your mama, do not argue with me. So what ends up happening in a country that's built like that? We end up trying to find everything that we're missing in the eyes and hearts and actions of other people, which under norm, I always start around 7:30 or I start around 8:15 over here, brother. But under normal circumstances, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't depend on my wife to do everything for me. I don't depend on my wife to give me the affirmations. My love language is words of affirmation, but I'm not sitting there putting a gun to her head saying, "Hey, yo, I need words of affirmation." If she gives them, they're great. If it's not, what it is, what it is. But that's my wife. It starts to become a problem when you start putting that shit on politicians. That shit bothered me. And it's bothered me for years. This president is your daddy. The fuck? No, he ain't. No. That some bitch is my employee. Wolfie's in the building. Sailor Moon's in the building. Good morning, y'all. That politician's my goddamn employee. Could you imagine if somebody had said, Trump's your employee? We wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. If Americans started looking at shit that way, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. When you start giving nom de guerres like daddy or mommy to a politician, there's a problem. Rhea Ripley can call herself mommy all the hell she wants. That is now in advertisement. Rhea Ripley, mommy's on top. Great. Okay, fantastic. She makes money off of it. People like calling it to her, the end. But if Rhea Ripley was the congresswoman from Michigan, you wouldn't be calling her mommy? How the shit is that? That's weird. Listen, I love Jasmine Crockett. I think she is a kick-ass damn congresswoman. I'm not calling her mommy. Villain, who would be on your Mount Rushmore of pure stupidity? That one, come on, man. I'm gonna have to think about that. I know Trump's there. Trump's actually the mountain of Mount Rushmore. I got to think about that one. We get so wrapped up in shit because we don't want to deal with the inadequacies that we have. We're inadequate. We are. Right now, we are in a deficit. We are. As Americans, we're in a deficit. I've noticed it's gotten worse over the past 10 years thanks to the arrival of Orange Oompa Loompa Cheeto Man, but we are at a deficit. The first love that everybody should have should be love of self. It should be. I've told y'all on numerous occasions, I love me, I just don't like me. And I don't. Love shit. I'm a sexy bitch. I'm a sexy bitch. I think I'm sexier than a mug. I love me. I just don't like me all the time. I think that's what most Americans are like. Some of us don't even like ourselves. Some of us downright hate our damn selves. We look in the mirror and cannot stand what we see on the other side. We don't see any way that we are good people. Right? What social media has allowed us to do is pretend to be somebody we not. I can't pretend. I'm sorry. I'm too old. I didn't get TikTok famous at 25. I got TikTok famous at 49. By that point, it's like, hey, I just want to pay my bills, love on my wife, take care of my dogs, and make sure my daughter is happy. I don't want the TikTok fame with the brands that, yeah, whatever. I came to this too late. So we don't love on each other. We don't love on each other because we don't love on ourselves. One of the beauties of this show is I come in every morning and I tell y'all are needed on this side of the dirt. Y'all are. Whatever you did today, whatever you do today is the greatest thing that you could do today. You'll find something greater to do tomorrow. We don't love on ourselves because we don't love on each other because we don't love on ourselves. And when we don't love on each other, we start to look at each other like this is a pain in the ass. I need you to get away from me. Go stand over there. You breathe in the same air as me. Go over there. Go over there. Just get the hell away from me. I put Marjorie Taylor Greene up here as a joke But she's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Marjorie Taylor Greene is the virus morphed. Marjorie Taylor Greene, hey, Cecil, me and Caesar, like, come on, man. Me and that squirrel got beef until the sun, you know what I mean? Every time I went to Kansas City and went over to my son's house looking for Caesar, and I was like, I hope he in the tree.
You got to bring ass to get ass.
I'll whoop that squirrel's ass. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. She is one of the least intelligent people. Hold on. Did we just get another one? Oh my goodness. Listen. How are the executive producers? I gotta get Alucard to stop shitting in my house. I gotta take him to the vet, and I'm afraid. So there's that. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Marjorie Taylor Greene is exactly a perfect example. I think we're at, what is that, 3? I think we're at 3. We're at 3. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. How did that woman become famous? Do y'all remember how Marjorie Taylor Greene became famous? She chased David Hogg while he was in Washington, D.C. to testify on school shootings. And then she filmed it. The first time we see your slewfoot ass is you chasing a kid. I don't give a shit if he was a senior in high school. He's a kid while he's trying to testify about losing members and friends in Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. Y'all are right. The thing was it was about Sandy Hook. But Marjorie Stoneman Douglas had happened, and David Hogg offered to come and testify in front of Congress, and Slewfoot Green was behind him talking about, was it the stage prop? Was it the stage prop? Bitch, she is literally the example of what I'm talking about. Why in the name of everything that is holy would you do something like that? Because you have no empathy or sympathy for anybody other than yourself. Why do you have that? Because you have been told, taught, and conditioned to believe that everybody outside of your own friends and family wants your shit, want to take your shit, hate you, and don't like the life that you live. So your heart becomes so cold and callous that you would chase a child who is trying to testify about the loss of life in his damn school. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. And the thing about it is, if you sit stagnant and try to appeal to these people's better angels, you're not going to do it. I'm just being honest. The Trump's your daddy people, there's no rationaling with them. There is no rationalizing with a person that would call a goddamn president your daddy. There's nothing, you can't do nothing. There's nothing you can do with that person. There's not a candy bar you can give them. There ain't some good dope that you can get them to make them change. Nothing. Nothing. At that point, it's...
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
It's crack cocaine. At that point. At that point. I told y'all, I admire Jimmy Carter. He is my favorite president. Not because of the shit that he did not just because of the shit that he did in the White House, but because of the human being that the life that he led after the presidency. After the presidency is what made Jimmy Carter one of my favorite presidents. Him being the upstanding person that he was, the true Christian person that he was, lived a life of service, whether it was in the presidency or outside of it. Nobody ever called that man their daddy. Jimmy Carter's your daddy. That would just seem weird, first off. It's like, what? Like, oh, yo, for real? Jimmy Carter's your daddy. No, he's not, but anyway. Ronald Reagan was the beginning part of that callousness. For those of you who did not live through the 80s with the pastels and the double-breasted pastels and shit, right? There was a whole lot of callousness then. There was a lot of callousness. There was a lot of Gordon Gekko, greed is good shit. Hold on. Michael Pruitt says, so Jimmy Carter's not your daddy. Write that down. There was a lot of me under Reagan. And that has been the mentality ever since. That Puritan bullshit we've always had, we have never gotten past that. Never. But the callousness is also there, thanks to people like Ronald Reagan. What I have never understood is, how is it that we can talk about death all the time? We can talk about murder all the time. We can talk about different ways to end lives. But to make one, to fall in love with somebody, that is taboo. Morning, tea time with tea. Tea time tea is in the building. Why is that weird? Why? It's not inducive or conducive to a good society. It's not. A me-centric, evil, violent society, intimacy is going to be violent, kids. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's why we have a proliferation of single dudes with microphones in front of them telling women what they need to do to catch these single sons of bitches. Don't nobody want you. You women need to learn how to submit to a man. What are they submitting to? I once said that they want women to move all their stuff into a house that's still under construction. That's why we have a proliferation of red pill podcasts. Y'all really want to know? We don't know ourselves. We don't know how to be intimate with ourselves. We do not know how to love on each other or ourselves. So, of course, a bunch of single dudes is going to tell dudes how to get women and tell women how to get the men. Y'all are single. Ain't nobody in the room got a goddamn relationship. Are you for real right now? None of you, everybody in the room, single as shit. This the Get a Woman podcast. My name, getawoman.com, and I'm going to tell you how to get a woman. Where's your woman at? Me, Chaos, and Angry are bald men. Bald. Skin bald, right? That's like me coming up with a hair formula that's supposed to work and grow us all long, luxurious, Soul Glow Jerry curls. I tried on myself. The shit burns my scalp to pieces, but I'm going to try to sell it to Chaos and Angry. Hey, guys, I want y'all to grow long, luxurious hair like me. Thomas, your hair is smoldering, bitch. What did you put on it? I put on this miracle equipment. Just give it time, Chaos and Angry. It will grow hair on your head. That shit burnt your shit up. I'm good. I'm good. You want me to I'ma listen to you about relationship advice, bitch. You ain't in a relationship. So obviously your advice didn't even work for you. Why would I listen to it? Brought to you by Single Men Can't Get One. Single men can't get one. If you follow this advice, you'll be one of us. Bitch, are you out of your rabbit ass mind? We have a proliferation of men trying to tell women to go back to the 1950s. That shit wasn't good. We got nuclear weapons and a pot roast cooked to you so that father knows best can come home and eat it. That shit wasn't cool. But again, we don't know how to love on ourselves or each other. So you cannot expect a person to know what makes another person tick, what makes a good relationship, what makes intimacy. And when you can't do that, you end up in situations where you're trying to find love with just inanimate objects and shit. Like Donald Trump. Donald Trump gives people something warm and fuzzy, but they think it's warm and fuzzy. It's actually covered in swamp moss. That fuzzy shit, bitch, is mold. Like, it's not. I like him so much, Trump, my daddy. So your father was a piece of shit. Like, if you look at Donald Trump and think of your father was a piece of shit. You should have told your father.
I'm running this shit. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Nothing Donald Trump does reminds me of my goddamn daddy at all. Like, period. Like. You know, Trump's my daddy. Did your father molest a cat? What kind of shit? They come in, Trump's your daddy, villain. Ugh.
Sean the non-believer. Sean.
Shun the non-believer, baby. We start trying to find parental figures and sex symbols in shit that don't make no goddamn sense at all. Like, and this is going to piss off a bunch of people, but goddamn it, you need to hear this. You need to hear it. Inanimate objects, like the goddamn stars and bars, bitch. Some of y'all have sexual fetishes over that bullshit ass rag. I'm sorry. Do you want me to sit here and lie to you? No, I will not. Some of y'all have some real sexually repressed feelings about that stars and bars. Or, thank you, Tracina, or the thin red line. Or, and it's the biggest one of them all, your weapons, your gun. Some of y'all have fantasies about getting plugged with an M4. I said what the hell I said. Some of y'all are walking around here right now with a Glock between your booty cheeks in case somebody starts something at the goddamn Starbucks. Because you have a really sick obsession with your goddamn weapon. You wouldn't know how to go downtown on your woman if she gave you a map in the bus schedule, but you know every nut and bolt in that goddamn gun, though, don't you? Listen, she's like, baby, go downtown, baby. Follow the line. Get to the bomb. I don't even know what I'm doing. You down there eating sheets. You done ate the pillowcase. Shit's right there. Right there. You don't even know what to do with it. But let it be your gun. You know, oh, baby, you know I love you, big pistol. Oh, my God, the pistol. Did you know my pistol carries a 17 Glock, but I can get an extension? And, bitch, you don't know how to eat coochie, but you know how to shoot a weapon. Make that shit make sense. You can give me the muscle velocity of an M4, but when it comes to your girlfriend's the lips of her vagina, you don't even know what the hell it look like. What kind? What?
There's lips down there. What do you mean there's lips down there?
Out here, you know every caliber of round that can go through your special pew, but you think that women pee and have babies from the same hole. Are you out of your, come on, man. It's okay, Wolfie. Some of y'all are walking around here, you know everything about your weapon and nothing about your woman. Both of them have W's, but only one of them you studied. The other one is just hanging around making your ass dry-ass bologna sandwiches with no mayonnaise on it. Because and you know what, Tracina, thank you, Tracina, because MAGA women are just as goddamn dumb. I carry my pistol in my coochie. Carry a pistol in my coochie. What? Why do you carry a pistol in your coochie? In case somebody starts something and wants to give me an abortion. Bitch, if you don't sit your dumb ass. Could you imagine two dumb people? They know about weapons, but they don't know what the hell's going on between their goddamn legs in a room trying to figure it out together. With life can be created in that room.
Well, I'm supposed to put this. Put it there. Oh, that feels like the sheet. Cut it with the sheets. You hit the bed. Try to dig up a little bit. Okay, what you gonna do? I'ma make noise and let you know where you get the right place. Okay. Did you bring your pistol? No, my pistol's up near my boob.
Like you. Morning, sunshine, rain. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. So who stands in the breach? Somebody you admire. Somebody that you might have a crush on. Somebody who, anime. I've seen dudes have crushes on anime calling them mommy and shit like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it's somebody that has the power to control your goddamn life, like, say, I don't know, the goddamn president of the United States, that's not the time to get into a daddy kink. Like, what is... Thank you for being here, Keisha. I appreciate that. I really genuinely do. Like, can you imagine that shit? A country full of people that are intimacy deficient, sexually deficient, self-love deficient, but love of inanimate objects and guys in suits.
I've studied everything about Trump. Let me tell you something. Trump's the tallest president we ever had. He's the best president we ever had because I studied the other presidents. I was looking at Trump's legs one day, and I'm thinking Trump would probably run a great marathon because he probably looked good in shorts.
So, like, why were you studying the president like that so hard? Because he's my daddy. Hey, yo! Hey! Oh, my God! When's the last time you told yourself you love yourself?
Huh?
I'm going to say this one more time. When's the last time you looked in the mirror and said, I love me? Huh? Who's your daddy? Trump's my daddy. You are ass backwards. You are ass goddamn backwards at that point. You are ass backwards. But that's America, though. That is America. That's where we are, kids. Benjamin Netanyahu nominated Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize. Donald Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize because Obama has a Nobel Peace Prize. The only reason Donald Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize because Obama has a Nobel Peace Prize is because deep down, Donald Trump realizes he's not even half the man that Obama is. And do you know why Trump realizes he's not half the man that Barack Obama is? Because his cold as shit mother and block of ice iceberg daddy never gave him the goddamn affirmation that he should have got as a child. Nobody ever told him you're a special kid. Nobody ever looked at him and said, I love you. Nobody ever showed him how to give a hug, how to love people other than his goddamn self, how to not be egotistical, how to love on him, himself, and his self-worth. Nobody ever did that shit. And then them crip keeper ass fucking parents, excuse my French, angry, I know I just messed it up. I'm sorry. I'm killing you, Smalls. They unleashed that monster into the damn world. It's like, hey, I was raising a little Godzilla. Yeah, he's so cute. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Oh, look, he's burning up the couch. It's so great. Oh, my God, my little Godzilla is so great. All I do is feed him nuclear waste and hatred. Oh, look, my little Godzilla is now 6'10". Time to go out in the world, little buddy. Why would you let that shit out? Why would you let this emotionally deficient human being out in the goddamn world? And all he does is feed into the worst aspects of who we are. Truthfully. On both sides of the aisle, he feeds into the worst aspects of all of us. All of those things come to the surface. Women do not trust men in 2025, and I do not blame them at all. I don't. I don't blame them one goddamn bit. No, I'm talking about hey, Michael Pruitt, I'm talking about Trump. Big Lurch is a byproduct of Fred and Mary never hugging that goddamn kid and telling him he was special and putting his macaroni pictures up on the wall someplace so that he at least felt like he was doing something. It's true, though. It's true. The darkness inside of us is only waiting for somebody to let it out. Every one of us is waiting for that moment where we can finally be as nasty as we want to be. In 2025, that's all we got. This is why women do not want to go out on dates with men, because in this day and time, it's not enough that a man is probably going to assault you. He's probably going to assault you and then start a podcast called I Assaulted That Bitch. Like, come on. No woman wants to risk that shit. There's not a woman alive. There's not a woman in America that's going to risk being the reason this dude gets a microphone and a camera and starts a podcast called I Assault Bitches. And then the little subtext would be because they deserve it. Ain't no woman trying to go through that shit. Men no longer understand how to make a woman feel safe. And there's going to be a lot of dudes going, but what about when women do it to men? They do. I'm not going to sit up and lie. There's some women that don't know how to be intimate. They don't. I'm sorry, they don't. It's not a, this is the all lives matter thing. For all of you people that want to all lives matter some shit, goddammit. It's true as hell. We look for the fight rather than looking for the connection. Both men and women. We have to expect a fight. Especially over this past 10 years. Has anybody besides me noticed there's a little bit of a different feel to the world over this past 10 years? It's like you feel like you got to be armed all the goddamn time. We are not, if there were walls before, now them bitches is fortified. We got the Israeli Iron Dome in our life. You know what I mean? So when I see shit like, I love bringing up Taz and Chaos. I do. I love, they just, I love the shit out of both of them. When they told me, oh, by the way, we conceived a child listening to this show, I was like, yo, that's weird. But I had to sit and think about it for a second. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe I am. All I know is two people were intimate. They showed intimacy, the ultimate form of intimacy. And a life was brought about because of it. Do y'all realize we don't, American society, we've never been able to really truly talk about sex and sexuality. That's why it's always off the damn table. It's always weird. You get a bunch of people start grabbing their kids when a trans woman wants to take a shit. You're not going to corrupt my baby. But what's waiting on the other end? Somebody who will harm your child. Somebody who will take your trust for granted. And somebody who will fundamentally change your goddamn life. And they ain't trans. They're not gay. They're not bi. They're not non-binary. There's somebody that looks just like you. But our eyes are always blinded to shit like that. We look for big threats. Trans people are big threats. Chicago, black on Chicago black is big threats. It's the little ones that always get us. Little ones that always get us. People are cheating. I'm not saying they're cheating more. I'm not saying they're cheating less, but people are cheating. And there's always the explanation. Is it bad? Do not get me wrong. I'm not sitting here trying to justify it. I'm not justifying shit. But what I am saying is this. What is the number one thing that they always say? I'm not getting what I need at home. I'm not getting what I need at home. I'm not getting what I need at home. How many people even know what you need at home? If you're in a relationship, I don't care, heterosexual, homosexual, I don't care. If you're in a relationship, when's the last time you just looked at the person you're with and just desired them? Just desired. Like, looked at them and said, God damn, I want this person. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time? When's the last time you looked at the person that you're with lust? Lust. Okay, Taz, you and Chaos are totally different. Y'all shit is something else. Like, we don't. We having this conversation, and then Taz and Chaos comes up. He's like, they like that song. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about their relationship. We don't talk about Taz and Chaos. No. Y'all shit is something totally different. Something totally different. But when was the last time you looked at the person you're in a relationship with? Good morning, Thick. Good morning. When's the last time you looked at the person you're with lust? A desire, a hunger for them. If you're single, man, woman, gay, straight, doesn't matter. When's the last time you looked at somebody and said, God damn, I want them? Doesn't matter. If it's somebody, it could be a celebrity, it could be an athlete, it could be a TikTok star, it doesn't matter. When's the last time you looked at somebody and said, God damn, I want them. I desire them. How did it feel when you did? How did it feel? Did it feel forbidden to you? A little bit off, like you shouldn't say that out loud or you shouldn't think that? Did it feel like that? Did it feel like that? Do you know why it felt like that? Because it's the one thing we've neglected. And I get it. We are all in survival mode. Every one of us. It doesn't matter on what side of the world you live on, we are in survival mode. We are all in survival mode. We don't know who to trust. We don't know if our friends are really our friends. We don't know what the people we disagree with are going to do. We have no idea. So we are all constantly on edge for a threat, which means we don't get enough time to just sit down and breathe and shut the F up and just let life be life. We don't do that. We don't. So when you see somebody that you're lusting after, it feels odd. You're like, should I be doing this? Yeah. Yeah, you should. Why is that? Why shut that off? Why are you shutting that off? That thing is a natural thing inside of you. There are people, there are some women on TikTok that I swear for God and for other white men. In my head, we are always naked doing some nasty shit. Dead ass. I run across that video, I'm like, oh shit, we on the beach again, buck ass. Like, yeah, we on the beach, buck ass. Yeah. Now, am I gonna say that out loud? No. I'm not. I'm not gonna send you a direct message with me saying, you know, I had just butt naked having sex on the beach. I'm not gonna do that. That's just weird. It's just weird. But it doesn't mean that I'm trying to make it feel less not natural. That's what I want people to do. I want them to stop making it feel like, oh shit, I'm doing some forbidden shit. It is more natural to lust after somebody than it is to take a life. I said exactly what I said. Morning, Nana. I love you. It is more natural to be turned on by somebody than it is to take their life. I'm sorry. In America, we have been told that we got to protect what's ours, but it's always materialistic shit. Always. Across the board, it's always materialistic shit. And then when we do talk about ourselves and our families and shit like that, it's in some abstract. You bet not touch my cheering. Break that down. Touch them how? Do you mean touch them in their heart because I'm trying to give them affirmation? Do you mean touch them in their mind or I'm trying to teach them something? No, you know what I mean. Don't you physically touch my kids. Why would I want to do that? But you're instantly ready to go to the violence, though. If you touch my kids, I'll kill you. That because we have made violence our language. America's love language is violence, bitch. I don't give a damn. I argue with your mom. America's love language is violence, bitch. It is violence and exploitation. If there's a conflict someplace, especially when there's brown folks there, and there's a chance to turn 50 cents into $5, bitch, we are there. America's love language is violence, bitch. And the lust that we do have, thank you, Tracina. The lust that we have, the desire that we have is money. We want to be intimate with money. We want to be, we get turned on by money. Our songs are about money. Our lifestyle is shown as about money. We lust after money. Ain't no use of me lying. Ain't no use of me lying. America's love language is, bitch, I will bust a cap in your ass. We don't know how to speak intimacy between two countries. Peace is intimacy. Peace is intimacy. It is. Peace means, A, I don't want to fight with you. I want to build with you. I want to share my culture with you, and I want you to share your culture with me. I want to live in a world where your culture and my culture flourish together. That's peace. That is intimate. Violence ain't intimate. Violence is not intimate. Violence is, oh, did you have land I wanted? You got to go, bitch. Violence is, I'm not getting my white ass out in that sun to pick that cotton. Get that Negro to do it. Violence is, if you bring your immigrant ass over here, bitch, we going to pay you pennies, and then we'll kill you if you do anything wrong. America's intimacy is churches, preachers in churches preaching that AIDS was God's wrath against gay people. That's our intimacy. America will blow your ass up, but we will never blow you up. You know what I mean? And by blow you up, I mean, oh, look, this culture from this country is so great. Let's celebrate it. Let's all celebrate this culture from this country. That's what I mean by blow up. But they will drop a bomb on your dumb ass. They will drop a bomb on your stupid ass. They do not care. So when we do think of intimacy, it's always with bullshit. See, look, Michael Pruitt said, I don't have sexual fantasies. I have snuggle fantasies. TV, blankets, Chipotle burrito. Yes. But see, Michael, that's self-love. That is self-love. We don't talk about self-love. Look at TikTok today. While you're doom scrolling and shit, look at all the bearded Rick Strom's in the building, brother. Good morning, brother. While you're doom scrolling TikTok today, look at how many bearded white guys with trucker hats in trucks talking violence. Mick the Barbie Slayer's fine ass is in the building. And while you're scrolling, look for the same type of people, bearded white men in trucks with trucker hats, talking about intimacy, about loving on their woman, about loving on their kids, giving their kids affirmation, loving on their best friend, telling them how much their best friend means to them. Look, I guarantee you, you will see more of the former and less of the latter. I guarantee that shit. We're not conditioned in America to love on each other. Morning, Alan. We're not in the United States. We're not conditioned to love on each other. That's why we can't talk. That's why we cannot talk about our feelings. But we can put all of our misconceptions and all the things that we're feeling bad about on a politician. Trump's your daddy. All that shit is basically saying is I never had a great relationship with my father. I didn't. And I've never been good with the shit. I have not been good with the shit ever since. It's almost as if we want, or these people want Donald Trump to be their dad. Because they think Donald Trump is the best dad because of the shit that he says in front of a camera. This shit is tricky. Please understand, this shit is a tricky situation. It is. Because we're trying to get rid of the conditioning. We're trying to get rid of the mindset. But where do you start? Where do you start? When I love on y'all on this damn show, do y'all think I do it for coins? Do y'all think I do it for sales of merch? Do y'all think I do it because I want y'all to support me on Patreon? No, I'm saying these things because, quite frankly, y'all need to hear it. I'll use Nana J as an example. I've told y'all on numerous occasions, I think I'm a little bit off because I was not raised with a grandmother. I was not raised with a grandmother. I still don't know how to act towards a grandmother because I've never had one. Right? My grandmother My mom's mom died a few weeks before I was born. I was the first child born after Grandma Essie passed away. So I don't know how to act towards a grandmother or with a grandmother, but I do know how to respect my elders because it was how I was taught. It's how my brother was taught. We're yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. We're opening doors and things of that nature, right? So here comes Nana J. Nana J don't know me from a can of paint. She watches my TikTok videos. And I said that out loud, and Nana J said, well, I'll be your grandma. I took that seriously. That wasn't a monetary thing. That wasn't a selling merch thing. That was literally an older black woman saying to me, hey, I understand you've never had a grandmother. Well, I am a grandmother, and I'll be your grandmother. And I said, thank you, ma'am. So every time y'all see Nana J in the comment section, what's the first thing I say to her? Hey, Nana J, love you. You learn as you go along, but a lot of us have become stagnant when it comes to that learning. Like I said, a whole lot of guys know all the nuts and bolts of an M4, but they don't know what a uterus does. They think pee and babies come out of it. We are okay with violence. We're just not okay with intimacy. Bring up a friend. He knows who he is. But I'm going to tell this story. This person came out to me as a non-binary two-spirit person. The next words out of their mouth is, Thomas, don't hate me. And I'm like, why the hell? I would never hate you. I would never hate you. Ever. That's called me loving on this person. So I loved on this person for years. So this was not, I wasn't going, oh my God, it's time to go. No, it was, okay. Doesn't mean I don't love you. I mean, I can love you more now. Is that because I love you regardless? I support you regardless. You're my friend. You're my brother. I love you. That's unheard of in these day and times. It's unheard of. It's a weird thing. But why? Why is it weird? Why is that weird? Why is it that words of affirmation that come from love, from your heart, everybody's always looking at it, trying to, they pulling it up and checking the specs and shit. But when it comes to violence, we all know that. Violence doesn't even have a calling card anymore. You know what I mean? We are perfectly fine with the idea of violence towards other people. But we're not okay with the opposite of that, which is love on people. I've never had to be taught tolerance. I'm going to say that again. I have never had to be taught tolerance. When I was growing up, and this was after my father left, I think it was like 9. This is like the second. This is like the second to the last time he left. So I was like 9. We moved into Roanoke Ridge Apartments. If you go over to my brother El Santo's page on TikTok, he just did a video in our old neighborhood. So I was about 9 when we moved in. And like I told y'all, my mother had to take 3 buses to get to Overland Park, Kansas to work at Red Roof Inn. One of the people that she worked with in maintenance was a gentleman by the name of Tyrone. Tyrone was a gay man. His sister was a lesbian. Tyrone made the best chocolate chip cookies I think I had as a child, ever. Tyrone and his sister would come over to our house and hang out. They would laugh and drink with my mom. My mom was we always knew when my mom missed my dad because, and you can ask my brother and my sister, my mother's favorite song is Misty Blue. So when she would borrow my damn boombox and have a tape with Misty Blue on it that my older sister made for her, and she'd get that damn Carlos Rossi wine out and start singing Misty Blue. We knew my mother missed my father. So then here it come Tyrone and his sister, whose name I cannot remember. Can't remember. I'm gonna have to ask Rocky or Linda about that. They would come over and they would cheer my mama up. They'd be sitting and drinking and smoking and laughing. This is a gay man and a lesbian. I was raised with these people. What? I don't have to go, oh my God, you're gay. I'm just going to have to tolerate your life. No, it's, oh, fam, what's up? I was raised around this. Nobody ever had to teach me tolerance. I went to acceptance. Boom, that was it. I went straight to acceptance because I didn't know any damn thing else. So this idea that, oh, well, this lifestyle doesn't do this, that, and the third, says who? Says who? Who are you? Who are you and why are you talking to us? But had it been violence, and I learned that, I would only needed one lesson. I told y'all the infamous stand right there bitch story about my mother. The infamous stand right there bitch story. For anybody that's new, she's awesome, blunt, don't pity Taylor Green is awesome, and Trump is too. Hey, truth. That sounded real gibberish and great. You know where else you could say it? Outside this goddamn show. Man, if you don't get your monkey ass out of here with that bullshit, Trump for safety. Trump for these nuts. Hey, Ronnie, you like her too? Oh, guess what? You can like her ass on the outside of this goddamn show. That's, what is that, 5? 5 or 6? Was that 5 or 6? Anywho. That was 6. When it comes, I've told, for those of you who don't know what the infamous stand right there bitch story is, I was fighting 2 guys, both of them named Michael. It's me versus these 2 dudes, and it ends up becoming a whole family fight. So one of the Michael's mama comes, and me and her son are fighting. She separates us and scratches me in the face, all right? So my mother's like, you need to get your hands off my son. And this is a very large woman. She said, what you gonna do, bitch? Or what you gonna do? That's what she said. My mother, being the human being that she is and the ball of beautiful violence that she is, said to this big-ass woman, stand right there, bitch. Mom goes into the house. Now, everybody in my neighborhood knew what stand right there, bitch meant. Mom was going for the boom boom. For the big gun, for the shotgun. And when she came out, if your dumb ass was sitting there, everybody gonna go see Kenny Loggins' Jesus, bitch. Like, everybody. If my mother came back with that, with the big hammer, it was slow singing and flower bringing. That, stay right there, bitch. Listen, salad, nope. Do you think Trump is on the file from Epstein? Yes. That's why y'all ain't gonna get him. If my mother had to go in after stand right there, bitch, if you was still standing there when she got back, Mahalia was gonna come right next to you. She's gonna be like, why is Mahalia Jackson sitting here? You about to find out. Soon you will be done with the troubles of the world. My mother was sending your ass home. My mother was going to send you to see Kenny Loggins' Jesus live in concert, bitch. Like, she was. My mother's like, oh, you want to go see a Temptations reunion on the other side. You was going home. Do I accept libertarian centrists? Here's what I don't accept libertarian centrists. Disrespect. If you were respectful, even if you disagree with everything I'm saying, you can come in and be a coffee bean. The show is not about politics. The show is about love. The show is about love. Come in, laugh, have a joke. You can agree with some of the shit I say. You can disagree with some of the shit I say. Come on in. See, around here, we accept you until you don't accept us, and that's how this works. Ask anybody who's a coffee bean, they'll tell you that. Like E said, I'm going to disagree with your politics. And we can argue like a mug over them shits. But if you came here to laugh, laugh your ass off. We got 5 days in a week. We have a name day for every one of them. Sometimes the pictures on TikTok are going to piss you off. Some of the comments and content that I'm going to put on YouTube might make you mad. But as long as you come in here respectfully, I ain't got no problem with you. It's the jackasses that come in. We already know chaos. I have mods that are some of the best mods possible. The only reason people get kicked out is when they start trying to insult me, insult the show, insult the people that are here, or try to push their ideology, their religion, their political ideology on some bullshit. I ain't trying to hear that. You can't come into my house and shit in my mouth and then tell me that shit is porridge. You got to get the hell up out of here, bro. You got to go. You got to go. You come in respectfully, we ain't got nothing but respect for you. We will welcome you here. Even with you being a libertarian centrist. I'm going to say something that's going to piss you off, but then 5 minutes later, I might say something to make you laugh. Expand your mind, find some love. That's what we do here. But anyway, so violence is a language none of us need to be taught. But love is. That's why I find it weird when people think, oh, well, what you see in front of the camera is a persona. It's only a persona if you make it one. I try to come at shit with anger, laughter, love, a little bit of lust, and peace. That's what I try to do. That make me perfect at the shit because I can still get mad just like everybody else. But I try to. Because I see how the world is going and I don't like it. And I'm sorry. Some of y'all have children that have to now live in this world that we have turned into this hellscape because we don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't love the people around us. We don't understand intimacy, but we damn sure understand violence. And y'all got kids in this shit. Like, y'all can't. Tracina says this every single day. Self-love is self-care. But if you can't even see that, how the hell are you going to see loving on your children and accepting them is the way to make better people? If you're not even doing any self-love and you're teaching your children, good morning, Amaya, good morning, and you are teaching your children this violent-ass bullshit, guess what you just unleashed on the planet? Because your ass is going to die. Your ass going to die. Your ass going to die. And now you've put this poison pill, angry little violent piece of shit out into the world. Now it becomes somebody else's problem. Now that child, whether it's a boy or a girl, grows into being a man or a woman, now they have become the problem of every goddamn body else around them. We keep perpetuating the shit that is killing us slowly. We keep doing it. Morning, Miss Cleo. We keep doing it. We have an entire community that literally just wants to be themselves. At the base of who they are, they just want to be themselves. And so many people are having a huge problem with it. Oh, well, you like men and women's sports. You don't like women's sports. Why are we even having this goddamn conversation? Like, you know what I mean? Morning, Majesty. Hold on. It said this post receives 5 Marjorie Taylor Greens for how stupid it is. I'm going to try to edit these pictures so y'all can see them. But that's all they want to do. They just want to be themselves. That's it. They don't want to be you. They don't want your kids to be them. They just want to be themselves. Meanwhile, people who do have the worst intentions possible for your children, you gave them access to your family. You gave them access to them. You gave them access to teaching your kid, to preaching to your kid, to teaching your children about religion. You did that. So when these people inevitably harm your children, you're wondering, where did you go wrong? That was the first part. That was the first part right there. You were looking for boogeymen in people that want to live to be themselves and gave access to the most precious thing you will ever have. Not your funky ass television, not that shitty ass truck, not them shitty ass boots, not all that MAGA gear. Your kid. You gave somebody access to the most precious thing you will ever have. Your child. And then that child is inevitably harmed. And that kid turns out to be angrier than you ever knew possible. And you're asking yourself, where did I go wrong? By telling them the threat was here when it was actually over here. Again, we don't love on ourselves, so how are we going to love on our neighbors? There are some people I've said I hate, and I absolutely do. 100%. Not going to sit up and try to pretend like I don't. I absolutely do. Some of these people I loathe. But not for the reasons they think. Not because you're white, not because you're Republican, not because you're MAGA, none of that shit. I hate the fact that your ass is literally part of the soil that's going to grow the next goddamn generation. I don't like that shit. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't like a goddamn thing about that. That bugs me. Before I had a child in this goddamn world, that bothered me. It did. Because the problem with change is the people that need to do it. If you don't see anything wrong with your life, you ain't going to change shit. You ain't going to grow. You're not going to grow. Be authentic in your genuine self. People who prevent that self-expression are the tyrants. Exactly, Chuckles. Exactly. That is a villain rule. You're right. 100%, Chuckles. That is a villain rule. I don't need to go and tolerate trans people. I accept them off spec. I accept who they are. I ain't got to like your positions on shit, and we can fight. We can have some goddamn arguments. But I will never misgender you. I will never dead name you. I don't have to. You're wrong. I'm right. I'm wrong. You're right. Whatever. We can argue back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I will never misgender you, nor will I dead name you, because I know the struggle you're trying to have to live the life that you want to live. I don't have to dig that goddamn low to be right. My wife and I have arguments. We fight about money, we fight about kids, we fight about intimacy, we fight about the fact that I don't talk and I avoid this, that, and the third. Yes, we do. But I don't have to tell her, your place is cooking me a sandwich, bitch. Like, I don't have to do any of that. That's my wife. That's the woman I love. I don't have to hide the fact that I get turned on by a lot of women. That's not a bad thing. Yes, there are some women, social media, print media, media, wrestling, entertainment. I can say, shit, that woman fine and a mother. Because there's a human trait. That is a human trait. It is natural. It is natural. I don't have to quantify it with anything. Because that's part of being a human being. Violence, which is the language of the United States, that has to be taught. That has to be taught. And you can mistake violence or the need to do violence in anything. Well, I had to murder this whole village because if I didn't, they'd follow me home. We had to drop this Moab bomb in the desert and kill the entire village, including innocent people, because the terrorist people were hiding there. Violence is as American as apple goddamn pie. But it's also unnatural. It is very, very unnatural. And the perpetuators and masters of it, we tend to love violent people. We give violent people a hell of a lot more love than we give people who are about peace. Gandhi got shot. Tell y'all, I'm say it right now. Gandhi was gunned down. Martin Luther King was gunned down. Leaders that want you to be a better person, we gun them down. John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, John Lennon, Tupac. I said it, Tupac. Biggie. These people were shot and killed because we literally love violence. We love violence. Hey, Ted Knoll, you said do not recommend channel. Okay, Ted. Angry Ted over in the YouTube channel, he said he won't recommend it. This is stupid. So can you give him something to walk his ass up out the door with, please? Hey, Ted, you won't ever have to worry about coming back, partner. That's our 8th. That's our 8th and the first on YouTube for the day. Get your ass up out of here, Ted. See ya. But literally, we speak violence, and then we wonder why we can't talk love to each other. We speak violence, and then wonder why we can't talk love to each other. We have turned compliments into a heterosexual versus homosexual conversation. I can't say that a man looks good. That's gay. Why is it gay? Some bitch fine as shit. What are you talking about? I'm not supposed to say that. That's gay. But if I said I wanted to beat him to death, that would, America, my penis. Like, what kind of shit is that? How is this possible? And in that void, stuff strong with quotation marks, strong men get worshipped. These people call Trump their daddy because Trump is a violent, petty, stupid man. People don't call Barack Obama daddy because he's not. Does he do violence? In the presidency, he did. Lives were taken. Not going to sit there and say they weren't. but that is the office of President of the United States. We don't do peace in America. We do violence. Oh, we will come to the peace table after we've made goddamn sure you ain't got no place else to go. We will peace bomb you to sleep. And then when we're done peace bombing, then we'll come to the table and go, hey, want us to stop? Yeah, anything, please stop. Please, you killed every camel. Please stop, please. Okay, we'll have some peace then. So strong people end up getting designations that belong to your mother, your father, and this, that, and the third, right? Right? They're right there. They literally are right there. I love a strong man. But not a good one. Do you see what I'm saying? Donald Trump ain't a good man. He's a strong man in as much as he's got the office of president of the goddamn United States. Take that title away from him, take the Secret Service, and let him walk his ass down the street. And if somebody snuff him, it'll be a one-punch knockout, bitch. Like, come on. Donald Trump without Secret Service agents and the presidential beast walking on the streets, bitch, it's free eats. It is free eats. We will send his ass to the upper room. Knock his ass smooth out. We ain't even got to hit him hard. Smack shit out his ass, he done. But they think he's a strong man. It's not him, it's the office. And the only reason you're looking for a guy like Donald Trump to be a strong man is because, quite frankly, you don't love you, but you love violence. You love domination. I dominate. Oh, but dominate. Dominate. What about love? Huh? What? But a podcast bro industry filled with dudes that ain't got a woman in goddamn sight telling men and women relationship advice. Bitch, are you kidding me? Alcohol. See, there it goes. I'm getting restrictions for content about alcohol and tobacco. What? The whole podcast bro industry consists of I ain't got no woman, I'm lonely as shit, let me give you advice on how to get one, even though it ain't working for me. Are you out of your mind? That's like a some bitch with no legs and that's like a blind man with no legs telling me how to drive my damn truck. Bitch, if you don't sit down.
Sean the non-believer. Sean.
The hell you mean? So, in other words, what you're saying is, you got advice that you ain't following, that ain't working for you, but you're going to give it to other people. You might as well just go ahead and say this.
It's a Leo Pleurodon, Charlie. A magical Leo Pleurodon. It's gonna guide our way to Candy Mountain.
We have television shows like Love Island, Love is Blind, Butt Naked Love, or Get Some Love in This Grass, or whatever. Just stupid reality show shit. The contestants go to an island with some hot people covered in baby oil. Oh my God, Justin's like the sexiest man here, you know what I mean? Oh, I just love me some Justin and I think we'll fall in love. And then they go to the beach and the crab bites them both in the genitals and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's We have the brain capacity of microwave ovens. So we think that's real love. We think relationships look like the Real Housewives of Compton. Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, how are you a housewife and your husband hates you? While your ass is on a set throwing wine at people, all he wants to do is come home and eat your clam, but you won't let that happen because you... He's thinking clitoris. You thinking Chardonnay in Charmaine's face. Like, what are we doing? We're not. And then there's the corn industry. Nothing has destroyed more intimacy than the corn industry. Nothing. Nobody watches that shit for tips on love. Nobody watches corn to find out how to make love. That shit. That is literally like watching the NFL to learn how to do ballet. Bitch, what? This puritanical ass country have you believing sex workers are like the...
Your mama still working in them $10 houses?
Between corn and turning sex workers into like the Chitauri, but it's perfect. But we love the Navy SEALs. We love them jumping out of planes into some water, someplace we can't find on a map where they can go bust a cap in somebody's ass. But oh my God, is she a sex worker? She's the devil, that whore. The Navy SEALs get all that heroic Saving Private Ryan music. Porn gets porn music.
Your mama still working in them $10 houses?
Sex workers get hymnals because you want them all to go to hell because they're whores. What do we celebrate? Which one of the two of them are we celebrating? Which one of the two of them are we celebrating? We're celebrating the violent men with beards and weapons jumping out of planes where they're going to go and pop a brown person in the face. We celebrate them. But, hi, I'm a sex worker. I give out fantasies. I talk dirty on the phone or whatever. You nasty whore! Which one of them is more natural? I'm sorry. Which one of them is more natural? Jumping out of a plane to swim someplace so you can pop brown people in the face, or getting on the phone and talking kinky to a woman for $2.50 a minute? Like, which one is... It's almost like you have to ask the question as dirty as you possibly can. Hey, man, which one do you want to do? Bust a nut or bust a cap? Which one do you want, bruh? Make a decision. Make a decision. Well, why can't I do both? Because one requires you to go out and take a life. The other one means you might make one, bitch. Take a decision. Make a decision, bitch. You want to bust a nut or you want to bust a cap? Which one? Whole nation full of people trying to make that decision on a day-to-day basis. You want to get this work or you want to go to work? Like, which one do you want? Come on now. Why is one some shit we can't even talk about in the hallways of places? Like, shh, I think she has a great ass. Shh. Girl, he's the sexiest man I've ever seen. Shh. But when it comes to, we sent 10 Navy SEALs and 4 Delta Rangers into this village in Uzbekistan where they killed Hamasa Ilis. And yeah, USA, USA, USA. What is that? What is that? What is that? How come there's no USA when people have great sex? Like, how come there's no chance of USA, USA? When a man and a woman get in a relationship that lasts, they have great sex, they love on each other, and it's fantastic. How come we can't get that? We can't, listen, we've had our brave men and women going to war to kill everybody. Look, there's a relationship that's going well. She's happy, he's happy. They're in love and they love on each other. What the? How? 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 What kind of shit is that? And in those instances, that's where this ideology or idolatry towards father figures and mother figures and shit comes from. It just seems to me like America got the game wrong as shit and are proud of it. America, literally, everybody got a pair of drawers. Some of them were boxers, some of them were briefs, some of them were boxer briefs. America started off wanting the free ball, then they put the drawers on backwards, and then they put them over their pants so that everybody could see, then they pissed in the front. Like, come on. And in those shadowy places where we don't want to talk about intimacy, but we put intimacy in those shadowy places, that's where monsters live. You think you can't teach your 5-year-old good touch or bad touch because you're afraid it will mean that they're sexually active. Meanwhile, their coach gives them the bad touch, and they can't even tell you because you aren't paying attention. You think them going into the Buc-ee's bathroom with a trans woman is how the danger is going to happen, but their coach has been touching their ass since they was 3. They've been doing disgusting things to them. That's where in those shadows where we don't talk about sex and love and intimacy, that's where the monsters are. That's where the monsters are. I've told y'all this. I have told y'all I was groomed at 16. At 16. Do you know when I lost my virginity? 2 years prior. 2 years prior. I had taken sex ed in 7th grade. I had read The Joy of Sex in 8th grade. And I lost my virginity. And then 2 years after that, a grown woman groomed me. A lot of men will go, a lot of podcast bros want to hear that story because it makes women look bad. I ain't telling that story because women look bad. I'm telling you the story because I was a 16-year-old that did not even understand what was going on with my own goddamn body and therefore was susceptible to shit like a grown-ass woman coming after me. I was led by bullshit myths. Myths, I tell you. You're a real man if you're 14, 15, 16, sleeping with a 25, 26, 27-year-old woman. Or you're a fast-ass girl if you're 15, 16, and a grown-ass 25, 27, 28-year-old man is chasing you. We got the game all messed up. We're looking for father figures because some of us never loved our fathers and our fathers never loved us back. Period. Argue with your mama. Do not argue with me. So explain to me, how is it that in this day and age we are still here? We know what the damn problem is. We know what the problem is. Our children are taken advantage of by people that look like us. Not trans folks, not the strange people with the purple hair. It's somebody close to you. Somebody close to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Someone close to you. Your beer buddy, your pastor, your kids' coach, their teachers and shit like that, while you over here looking at something else. And the only reason you're looking at something else is because you do not understand the word acceptance. Oh, okay, well, there's a trans woman over there. I'm going to accept them. They're standing right the hell there. Everybody's, oh, you're shoving your lifestyle down my throat. No, we're not. We're living our life. Chris Lotus is in the building. Good morning. And that is where we have all failed as a society, because when do we get to the love part? When do we get to the love part? Explain to me, because they say this is the greatest country on earth. This is the greatest country in the history of time. It is the richest. Do not believe otherwise. It is the richest in the history of mankind. But what have we given the world for that? Medicine save lives, right? Tracina, I love you. Self-love is self-care. Remember that. Hydrate and elevate. Have a great day on purpose, Tracina. We solve. Love you. We give medicines to heal and save lives, but we spend twice as much to blow them up in the first place. To lust after your spouse, to have lust in your heart for a person, you have to hide. But if you want to take them off the census, you absolutely can do that and say that out loud, and it's acceptable. We have a guy on TikTok right now that supposedly used GPT or Chat GPT to translate the funny mustache man's speeches, and now he is in agreement with him. The funny mustache man is a violent piece of shit. A violent person in history. He is the boogeyman of everybody's dreams, but he's not the only boogeyman. King Leopold killed twice as many people. They just so happen to be Congolese. Violence is in our blood. It is in the foundation of this country. Love, acceptance, intimacy, sex, sexuality, we don't talk about those because that supposedly is unnatural. There's an entire industry of men with no women trying to tell men with no women how to get women. Blind leading the goddamn blind, if you ask me. We have a lot, and I'm going to be honest, there are a lot of women, not all of them, but a lot of them, who want to go to this time where they don't even, and again, it comes from safety, but a lot of women want to dismiss men outright. They see no purpose or no good for us being in the picture. All of that shit comes from us not loving on each other. It comes from us not understanding on each other. It comes from that. It comes from that. We don't know how to love ourselves. We don't know how to love each other. We don't. We don't. We speak the language of violence, and that's all we know how to speak. What good is any damn thing else? What good is it to learn how to love on somebody, to be intimate with somebody, to want sexual desire from them, when that isn't taught, but destruction and death is? And in those spaces where intimacy is forbidden, but violence is celebrated, the most violent get the most accolades. Trump's your daddy. America's the greatest country. Why? Freedom and liberty. What does either one of those mean? When you don't understand love and intimacy and sex and sexuality, women don't control their bodies and they can't. The podcast bros blame women for getting pregnant as if there isn't somebody else in the goddamn room. I always said coochie will sell when cotton and corn can't. But now men have made it to where they believe the thing between their legs is as important as a vagina, and I'm sorry, it didn't work that way. All that bullshit that you've heard from somebody else, I'm sorry, that shit don't work around here. It don't. That shit does not work around here. Coochie will sell when cotton and corn can't. If there's a surplus of cotton and corn, it's because they buying too much coochie. I said what I said. We're not even ready for, and think about all the other aspects of love and sex and sexuality. Is anybody ready to have the polyamorous conversation? Nope. No, absolutely not. We had to drag some bitches to the damn Supreme Court just to say, hey, you two tax-paying human beings, you can get married. We're gay. Who gives a shit? Y'all want to hook up? Hook up. Shit. Get the rings. Do all that shit. We had to drag America. We had to drag American society kicking and screaming to the idea of two grown-ass consenting adult human beings getting married even though they're in the same sex. Who gives a shit? Are they paying taxes? Yeah. Then let them get married. How the hell was that a controversy?
Well, it's just unnatural according to the book.
Ah, the book. The big book of bad ideas. The big book of bad ideas. That one. The one that is at the center of all the shit. Because in the first half of that book, the sacred God was knocking people off like beer cans, bitch. He didn't give a damn. Yo, in the first half of that book, that guy was listen, he was knocking them off. He was taking out a whole, like, everybody. Everybody had to go. Everybody. That some bitch flooded the planet because a bunch of people was having sex with angels. He's like, y'all down there banging angels? That's what we doing? Oh, okay. You keep doing it. Don't worry about it. But when I do come,
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
That Old Testament God was from around the way. They was worshiping a golden calf. It was a calf or a pig? I don't know. Golden something. Moses came down there with the book learning and then smashed the shit. And then God said, 10,000 of you son bitches.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Shit. In the first half of that book, that God was the king of stand right there, bitch. Listen, he was the homeowners association of stand right there, bitch. Like, and a lot of people want to be like that God, but they want to be the main protagonist in the second half of the book, which is Jesus. That's where Warrior Jesus, that's where Kenny Loggins' Warrior Jesus comes from. He's all cut to pieces, his swole meat. He got a flaming sword that looks like the sword of omens. He's riding on a goddamn winged horse with spikes on him. They want that Jesus to do the shit from the first half of the book. I want to fly in. I'm going to take out all the trans. Ah, Warrior Jesus. Oh, shit. Is that the gays? I got them too. Ah, Warrior Jesus. Oh, shit. Is that Black Lives Matter? Not the Warrior Jesus, mother effer. Warrior Jesus. That's what they want. But they also want him to like feed 5,000 people with 3 fish sticks and some bread and shit. Like you can't. Like you can't have them both. Warrior Jesus ain't making sandwiches, bitch. You can't. He's Warrior Jesus. But they love Warrior Jesus. But their love is twisted, it's warped. So when Warrior Jesus is your guide and you in love with Warrior Jesus, you get what we got today. You can't have Warrior Jesus in a land full of people that just want to go on about their goddamn business. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Why do you think these stupid ass people keep thinking Democrats are evil? No, we just don't agree with your shit. I think some of y'all are evil by the deeds that you do, not the words that you say. Because those people that think that want Warrior Jesus. Warrior Jesus looked like Kenny Loggins dressed up as Homelander. You know what I mean? Like that's... Warrior Jesus stay in the danger zone. He's never all right. It's always, this is it. It's time to go to the danger zone. This is it. That's Warrior Jesus. Warrior Kenny Loggins Jesus. Warrior Jesus starring Kenny Loggins. Like that. But he's the guy in the book that feeds the multitudes for free. He's the guy in the book that's walking around healing people that are sick for free. He's the guy hanging out in the bars and with the hoes in the book. He's turning water into wine. How you gonna have Warrior Jesus turning water into Mad Dog? That shit don't even make any sense. Like, Warrior Jesus. I'm going to turn all the water into Everclear. Like, goddamn, really? Gee, really? Everclear? This whole, the party going to be dead, Warrior Jesus. Hey, y'all want something to drink, right? Right? Warrior Jesus doesn't do Boone's Farm. He doesn't do any of that Chardonnay or that box wine. Bitch, I do Everclear. Bow, Warrior Jesus. The guy in the book that does all the things that you hate about Democrats, you reject him. You will put all your love and devotion into the some bitch with steroid rippled abs, a black cape, a crown with Kenny Loggins' face, holding on to the sword of omens on fire. Warrior Jesus. They don't mix. It don't mix. So when Warrior Jesus is your guide, a conversation about polyamory, a woman and 2 men, a man and 2 women. Everybody happy. Ain't nobody hurting no damn body. They just living their life. Oh my God, it's disgusting. Warrior Jesus will smite you. You get where we are today. You get where we are today. Why can't I say that a man is attractive? Because I'm secure in myself and I know what beauty looks like. How is that a problem? Why would grown men who either have unresolved daddy issues or their dad is still in their life and he's right there, you can fix this shit, but instead you're going to say a politician's your daddy. Why are you thinking like that? Why do you teach your children to kill before you teach your children how to what's going on with their body? Why do men celebrate when young men are molested and groomed? Why are you looking at trans people as the threat because of something sexual, but you think the guy with the book with Warrior Jesus in it, well, he's just there for spiritual, and then he does something disgustingly sexual to your children? Why is it harder for some of us to say, I love you to ourselves? Why is it hard for you guys to look in a mirror and love yourself? Not in front of a camera where you're performing. I'm talking about alone, by yourself, one-on-one. You're in the mirror. Look at yourself in the face. Tell yourself you love yourself. Why is that a problem? And how do we get here? And how do we get out? I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that. Why can't I, and I'm not talking about me, but I'm talking about, I want you to think about it like this, right? And you're right, Vampers. I get that. CPTSD. I get that. I do. We can't love on each other because we can't love on ourselves. Intimacy is a bad word, but violence isn't. Words of affirmation, we got to hold on to them. But words of destruction and degradation, we're perfectly okay with. That's why a white man who dislikes black people will quickly use the N-word before he uses his common sense to say that's a human being. I might disagree with him, but that is a human being. No, we go instantly to violence. We're all afraid. All of us, we're stressed out. We're tired. We're sick of having to open our phones and look and see more and more and more bullshit come down the pike. We're tired. Intimacy is not a thing that we can even talk about right now because we are just stressed out. We are burned out. It's hard to love ourselves in this time, let alone love and accept anybody outside that bitch. We can't celebrate ourselves because of the way we have been structured to believe we're supposed to act. I don't see it getting any better. The problem is I need it to get better because it's no longer about me now, nor is it about you. If you have a little one in your house, it is your responsibility to teach that kid to be better than you. And that means you're going to love on them. You need to love on them. You need to speak love into them. You've got to look at them and believe in those children. You have to teach them that, yes, violence sometimes has to happen. Sometimes you got to defend yourself, your friends, your family, your coworkers, your loved ones, or the stuff that you have. But come into everything starting off with love. Starting off with love. Starting off with the understanding that this is a human being in front of me. Celebrate the different. Stop tolerating it, because tolerate is what you do with cancer. That word has always made me feel like the cancer that took my father off this earth. Tolerate. No, you accept. That person with the purple hair and the septum nose ring is still a goddamn human being. You might disagree with everything that they're saying, but they're still a human being. Still. You do not have to wish violence on them. You do not have to want violence on them. You don't. It is simply a matter of seeing what they are, who they are, accepting it, and moving on if you disagree. That's it. Maybe one day we will be prepared for the polyamory conversation. Maybe we will be ready one day for the pansexual conversation. Maybe one day we will demystify the idea of men being turned on by other men. Maybe one day we will. Maybe one day we will finally put violence in the shadows where it belongs. Something that should only happen in defense of something else, not simply for violence sake. Maybe one day we will start to be able to have these conversations, flirtations, sexual conversations between men and women, men and men, women and women, men and trans women, men and trans women and trans men. There's a trans woman on TikTok right now. I think is absolutely one of the finest some bitches. I ain't mean call her some bitch, but one of the finest people on this goddamn app. I think they know who they are, and I think they know that I'm talking about them. But for me to even say that out loud, somehow that's a problem. Why? But if I said I wanted to do some violence to this person, yeah, no. It's unnatural, people. And when you think with an unnatural mind, you will seek out somebody that affirms it, and then you will give them titles they did not earn. Like Donald goddamn Trump. Trump has never thrown a punch in anger in his life. In his life. He described what happened when a man had a damn epileptic seizure in Mar-a-Lago, fell on the ground, cracked the back of his head wide open, blood all over the place. Donald Trump hauled ass to get away from that blood. He is a germaphobe. That's why I believe he probably did watch 2 Russian hookers pee on a bed, but I'm guaranteeing you he was on the other side of the goddamn room when it happened. Oh, he saw it, but he just wasn't nowhere near it. He's like, yeah, pee on the bed that Obama slept. Go ahead, keep peeing, keep peeing. Do you want to be closer? Hell no, bitch, I'm not. Go over there, bitch. Go on over there with that.
Oh, hell no.
You seek out people that affirm your ignorance. They affirm your violent streak. That is why it is imperative for you to seek out people that affirm the person that you are. Not the violent side, but the loving one. One of the joys of doing this show, one of the absolute joys of doing this goddamn show is that I love my woman. I love the ground that woman walks on. And every morning I give her a kiss on her cheek and say, I'm going to work. But the only reason I call it that is because it is my job. But I also get the affirmation that I need. And I give the affirmation that you need. Laughs, tears, anger, a warm sense that somebody gives a shit about you. An understanding that you are a coffee bean. That means it don't matter what your sex or sexuality is, doesn't matter what your gender, doesn't matter your political affiliation, doesn't matter whether you're black or white or Hispanic or whatever. When you come in here, your family, you a coffee bean. That's a designation for the entire place. And I get to come in and be just as much of a coffee bean. I give you guys what you need. You guys give me what I need. This whole thing is words of affirmation to me. And I'm trying to give those same things back to you. I don't want nobody calling me daddy. No, Thomas is fine. But if you leave here, I genuinely, literally want you to think like this.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I want you to come in and say, I know here I'm accepted. I'm a trans woman. I'm a trans man. I'm a libertarian. I'm a woman that is polyamorous. I'm a woman that's asexual, completely don't want to have anything to do with sex. I'm a guy who's attracted to other guys, but I can't say that out loud. I am pansexual. I am non-binary. I am two spirits. I come in here, I'm a coffee bean. That's it. That's it. I want you to love on you. I want to love on you. I want you to love on yourself, and I want you to love on me. I want us to be a part of the change that this country needs. Yes, we're going to have to fight sometimes, kids. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now, we're going to have to fight. And that's what I do. That's why I do the videos that I do. I fight. I use the one thing God, well, your God, Rao, gave me to speak to the masses. My voice. My voice. But no, every word that comes out of my mouth that comes through this microphone, this camera, or this camera, comes from words of affirmation, love. Harebrained, all natural, uncut, pure, 100% pure D love. Because you guys get a chance to change the world outside of this show. All you need is somebody to tell you that they love you, that they're proud of you, that they think you are needed in this world, that a man with good eyesight somewhat can look at you and find your beauty, whether you are a man or a woman. Yes, there's a little hint of sex in it. There's a little hint of sexuality, but the majority of it is simply being able to be affirmed that you are beautiful. To say out loud, you know, Thomas is funny. Thomas is also good looking. It's not arrogance. It's not. We loving on each other. We are changing things by loving on each other. By making sure each of us knows we are proud to be here. We are loving being here. And we are loved because we're here. I don't need to be called daddy. Just call me Thomas. But just know, if you see me on the streets, it's love until you make it otherwise. I will defend myself. Do not get that twisted. But I don't come into it with violence. I come in it with love. I love meeting people. Oh my God, you're the villain? Yeah, how you doing? I shake hands, give them love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, blah, blah, blah. And I go on about my business. Do I flirt? You goddamn right I do. I flirt like a mug. I am flirtatious. That is my gift, to be a flirtatious son of a bitch. Some of it is going to get dirty, but that's okay. If that's not something you want, then it won't get dirty. But just understand, I'm not coming into this with the violent, I'm going to take it. I don't need, no. Because as I've said numerous times, I was raised off of three things. My mother, comic books, and Prince. And Prince loved everybody. Prince loved everybody. It was a celebration of the different, of the unique. It was an affirmation of those who were around us. So I will end this show this way. To be violent is to be wrong. To look for violent people to celebrate is wrong. It is not natural. It is not natural. The natural thing is to love. The natural thing is to love on yourself. The natural thing is to love on the people around you. The natural thing is to be flirtatious. The natural thing is to want to be flirted with. The natural thing is to think intimate thoughts and live in a life where that is accepted. The natural thing is to see a person as a human being before you see any goddamn thing else and accept that humanity in whatever covering or wrapping that it comes in. The natural thing is to admire beauty, whether it's a guy admiring a guy or a woman admiring another woman. That is the natural thing. It is unnatural to want to do violence to them. It is unnatural to want to take their life. It is unnatural to want to dominate and submit, make them submit in things of that nature. Those are unnatural. The natural thing is to love on each other and ourselves. Maybe if we tried the natural thing a lot more than we tried the unnatural thing, maybe this country would be better. And then maybe this country could help the rest of the world be better. Have a heart for peace. Have an eye out in case you have to do violence. But love, accept, and be happy. Those are the affirming things you need more than you ever understand. Gotta go, kids. I got a doctor's appointment in about an hour. If you like what I'm doing here and want to support me, think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. For as little as $3 a month, you can help me keep all of this running. Help me continue to give you the products that you want. I am still on the lookout for a social media manager, somebody that can help me with my social medias, because I want to start doing Patreon exclusives because you guys are actually donating and you deserve a hell of a lot more than a thank you. So think about becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop. This show has been brought to you in part by Smooth California skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best. And remember, they're all natural. How's this getting, Tommy? Go to smoothca.online. Remember to type in the Villain 25 for 25% or Villain 25 for 25% off of your purchase. smoothca.online. This show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you don't have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. melexcellence.com. This show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Go to somethingblackmade.com and check out some of the incredible clothing that they have on their website. Letterman's jackets for all you high school dropouts, and where you can say you graduated from some high school that has the letters SMB in them. And remember, leather jacket 2025. What leather jacket 2025? What leather jacket 2025? Rep your set! With the ACCs, the AACCs, the Hoochie Daddy Shorts, the Baby Earl, the Diamond Pimp Canes. We love y'all. Rep your set. Go to somethingblackmade.com. And finally, this show is brought to you in part by Dubby Energy. I started my morning with denture water. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be able to get a whole lot of shit done just drinking denture water. Don't ask me why. It's just kind of weird. But that's what I did. And you too can go over there to dubby.gg. Type in Thomas Bishop for 10% off of your purchase. Get your day started the way it should be started, with a little bit of Dubby in your cubby. Know what I mean? Dubby.gg. The Sound of Coffee Shop. It's open. It's running. It's piping. Goddamn hot. We always got some great shit over there. I am going to break out. With the Sylvia St. Swole Me t-shirts, baby. That shit's gonna be popular in the salons. Listen, the first person that walks up on me with a Sylvia St. Swole Me t-shirt, give me your address and stuff. I will personally buy you another one. I will personally buy you another one. But go to The Sound of Coffee, all one word, shop.fourthwall.com. So what is it that we say every single day, kids? And this time, again, I want you to say it from your heart. Please understand, I accept you as you are. I love you as you are. When you improve, I love you more. When you are affirmed and affirm me back, I affirm you more. I don't care Round here, it don't matter, baby. It don't. It don't matter. Because here is love. We're going to have some deep conversations. Some of y'all going to really disagree with some shit that I say. And I'm perfectly okay with that because that's what love and family and affirmation mean. So know, wherever you stand in life right now, today, wherever you stand in life today, just know I love you. I love you as you are. I accept you for everything about you. I think you're beautiful. Male, female, trans, I think you're beautiful. And I think you make the world a better place just by walking in it. So what do we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the brutalist. And this has been a Truthful Thursday version of The Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Production Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. Tonight, it is the Kennedy Effect at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by Superplex Party with myself and the Angry IT Nerd at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you guys. Flag on the Play Fridays tomorrow. We gon' backtrack because I didn't get a chance to do it last week, so it's gonna be a long show with a whole lot of flags, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. If nobody tells you they love you, I love you. If nobody tells you they're proud of you, I'm proud of you. If nobody tells you that you were needed on this earth and the world is a lot sweeter with you in it, I'm saying it to you. You go out there and love on yourself and conquer the day. Conquer the day. With love, I say this. With peace, I give this. Oh, Lordy, fine. And hair grease. I will see all of you in the morning. Flag on the Play Friday. Be safe. Have a great day. I love you.